Sellers. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Garcia in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Garcia. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Outside Tatum. To stop the drought, and slam dunk by Tatum.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim.
Now here is Garcia. To the middle, Portis. It's tipped.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Garcia. And the rejection by Tatum.
And how about the craftiness from Tatum? He plays smart, quick hands on defense, and able to block the shot.
Walker finds Tatum. Back to Walker. From the arc. Robinson pulls it in.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Garcia against Tatum. Robinson. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 7.
I think Mitchell Robinson getting more and more comfortable with plays like this. Contact on it, still able to finish.
Walker the pass to Brown. To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Garcia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Knicks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Damian Dotson comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Cobb in for Barrett. Here's Brown, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots, even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency. Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Back to Wanamaker. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And, Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
That one clearly a foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cobb with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. The kick out to Brown. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Garcia inside, guarded by Smart, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Knicks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight, and the Celtics making a change here. Williams has checked in, and so Garcia nails both of them. 1:22 left in the first quarter. Here's Brown. Here's Smart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Now Garcia. 10 points for him. And stolen by Williams. Brown dishes to Smart. 50 seconds left in the first. Cantor. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, there's a poison apple scenario there. Cantor with the...
Here's Garcia. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he sinks the second. And here's Walker. A 20-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Made him out there with Daniel Tice. That's the Boston 5.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Garcia. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys,
strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Puts it up from 15. Jump shot is good. Walker's got 15 points.
And few get hotter than Kemba, one of the top scorers in this league, and that's why he's a franchise player.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Knicks have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. He's off on the first.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Tatum, no good. New York shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Garcia against Walker. And Garcia kicks to Harkless. And it's off from 3-point range. Boston's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown, and it's good for 2.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Inside, here's Harkless. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And when you're trailing, free throws become that much more important. It's much tougher to stay in a game when you're not converting.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. To the paint, here's Rivas. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Garcia against Smart. Over in the corner, Harkless. Back to Garcia. And the pass to Portis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Throws it up high.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
The Celtics with the lead. Rivas defended by Portis. Here's Walker. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Walker's got 17 now.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Garcia goes in. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics leading by 3. And a wide open look for Walker. And again, Boston with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Out to the right wing. Now here is Garcia. D right on him, and it's blocked. Walker goes in. Here's Rivas. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game, and that sticks with you a little bit.
Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Garcia against Walker. Count it. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
And it's always stood out to me how under control Walker is on his drives. He doesn't just have a nice burst. He's got incredible body control.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Knicks have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. That's good from Garcia. Gobby's checked in for New York. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Smart on the wing. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Garcia against Walker. Cobb wide open. New York now working with the new shot clock. Smart against Garcia. Clock at 4. New York needs to get off a shot. And the Knicks miss again. Left side, Smart. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following half. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more even. Some changes for Boston. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Daniel Tice. And it's Williams in for Jason Tatum. And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Damian Dotson comes in for Maurice Harkless. Frank Ntilikina checked in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Garcia in for Payton. Setting the floor for the Knicks, we've got Mr. Clutch. Taj Gibson is out there with Randall. And it's Ntilikina in at the shooting guard. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall. Good work there as it goes. Hayward's got 4 this quarter.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
Garcia goes in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
To the inside. Nice shot by Portis.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Celtics leading by 15. Here's Walker. He's got 32. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Now here is Garcia. 18 points for him. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we could see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Now, here's Cobb, guarded by Smart.
When you talk about Cobb, you're talking about a guy who can do a little bit of everything, including set up his teammates.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 14. Outside Tatum. The 3. They get it again. Cantor. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Using that big body to create space, Cantor does a great job there cleaning the glass.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Knicks trail by 17. Garcia with the ball. 22 points for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Ennis Cantor.
Clearly a foul.
Good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 16. Down low. Back to Smart. A 3 ball. He can't hit that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Cobb with the steal. Pass to Garcia. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Kemba Walker's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
To the middle. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
That's good from Garcia. The Knicks making a switch here. Harkless is checked in, and so Garcia nails both of them. Now Walker, he's got 32. Pass to Smart. Knocks it loose. Cobb with the steal. He kicks to Garcia. And he dunks it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Rivas defended by Portis. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Portis. Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Garcia. And it's denied.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
Cantor, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 11 points.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Here's Garcia. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Inside, Rivas. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now, here's Cobb. Guarded by Walker. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. The Knicks pull it in. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Here's Garcia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call, you know.
Kawhi's
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Garcia passes to Rob. Oh!
God. It feels like Mitchell Robinson doesn't even have to jump sometimes to dunk, but man, a little showmanship from the big fella.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Walker with it. Guarded now by Harkless.
Merciless denial by Cobb, using all of his physical abilities to shut them down.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Boston leading by 11. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Walker outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Walker's got 35 in the game.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Garcia, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Walker and Smart, the guards. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Daniel Tice. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
And Smart the bucket on the assist by Walker. And the Celtics lead by 12.
How many times I should take that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the inside. Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty much a power play for Robinson. He's got the ability to just shrug off the defenders.
And there's the pass to Tice. Here's Rivas. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Kyle.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
They double team Walker. The 3 from Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Knicks trail by 9. Payton dishes to Garcia. It's Barrett on the wing. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Smart on the wing. Kicks it to Walker. There's the 3. Drills it from outside. Walker's got 38 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Garcia. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And he can't get the first one.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Tatum.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Garcia against Williams. 5 on the clock. Garcia can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
New York calls timeout.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift.
And So it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
What I do? Hey, need some help?
Huddle up, fellas. The grind don't stop. Our goal today is to fine-tune our transition defense. We gotta limit easy scores. Coaches, set up the drill. Let's get it, fellas.
Let's do this. Someone right here. Not my house. And the foul. With the foul. Yo, watch. Hey, he can ball, huh?
again.
Shot, shot, shot. Trifecta, baby.
Now we're rolling.
Roll, baby. Oh, that's good.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Come on, box him out, man.
You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Just like that. Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Nice work, fellas. Try to stay a while and get some additional reps in.
With Junior's father, who was played by another good homie of mine, Jesse Williams.
What are you about?
The father had all of the skills and was ready to go pro and to reach that next level, but his demons stopped him. And he's deceased now, and I see his son rising to the occasion. So I seized the moment.
Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at the 5 down low. And for the Knicks, players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
The season never really ends. Garcia, Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And here's Garcia. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Well, the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Yeah, easy call.
The Knicks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Dotson's checked in for R.J. Barrett. Then for the Kings, Richaun Holmes comes in for Bagley, and Wallace subbed in for Barnes. On offense, here are the Kings. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Parker, right side. It's rebounded by New York. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Fox, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Parker looking around. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you know this about guys coming out of the city of Chicago. They usually play with great instincts and are thirsty scorers, and that's what Jabari Parker is.
Knicks trail by 10. Garcia with the ball. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, that's almost an impossible screen to fight through, and he gets a wide open look because of it.
The Knicks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Kings leading now by 7. A pass to Fox. Beyond the arc. Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's the lob to the hoop.
You can't leave someone open around Cobb. When you do, he makes sure to hurt you for that mistake.
Here's Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Garcia, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jabari Parker. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Alex Lenz checked in for Parker. Now, here's Fox. 17 points for him last game against Utah. And Holmes throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Garcia. Here's Gibson. Tries yet again. He lays it in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Kings leading now by 8. Outside Bogdanovich. There's the triple. Rebound by Garcia. And the Knicks with possession here. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Fox. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Cobb. Guarded by Fox. Cobb passes to Garcia. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. Cobb, no good. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. They're leading by 8. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's Garcia, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento. For New York, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. That one misses. Here's Giles, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Garcia. No good with the layup. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Alex Len. Bogdanovich out there with Giles. Then there's Wallace, and it's Fox in at the point. Kings leading now by 11. Wallace kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside, Fox. The 3. Offensive rebound. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
Outside, Garcia. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Fox against Garcia. And it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now, an exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Garcia drops in the layup for 2. Garcia's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Pass to Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. Endorsed, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson's going to be a problem in this league.
Garcia against Fox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's Garcia. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knocked away. Knicks trail by 15. Here's the break. Garcia passes to Robinson. Yep, it counts.
This is about the extent of Mitchell Robinson's game, but boy, he's putting in work in the mid-range.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And there's a whistle. On the free throw, no good. Kings leading now by 22. Now Wallace. Passes it to Giles. Just 4 to shoot. A floater, and it's laid in by Wallace. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Here's Portis. That's tipped. Here's Robinson. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And that one's good, Barnes.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Garcia goes in. That one's not going to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Bogdanovich. Dotson with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And here's Garcia. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
With 1 on the clock, that shot misses. And so it's the Sacramento Kings finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of that. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, a different look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Randall. Ntilikina comes in for Harkless. And it's Garcia in for Elfrid Payton. And the Kings also making a change. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Bjelica. Garcia passes to Gibson. A second chance effort.
Let's remember, Taj Gibson is one of the most physical players in the league on both ends. He loves to pick up these fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. We've got Ntilikina, Mitchell Robinson out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Mr. Clutch, and it's Barrett at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Robinson. Here's Parker. It's good. Parker's got 12.
You have to love Jabari Parker's work ethic and relentless approach. That time going right through contact. Nice.
Down low. Back to Garcia. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Parker outside. Back to Hield. Fires from deep. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game. Bobby's checked in for New York. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Kings. Holmes finds Barnes. Knicks trailed by 14. The pass to Ntilikina. To the middle. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Garcia against Bogdanovich. Pass to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. There's the lob to the hoop.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. A 12-point game. Buries it down low. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the inside.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Barnes. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
This is something we've seen from Harrison Barnes since his collegiate days at North Carolina, the capacity to light it up from mid-range.
Well, Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of four men playing a lot of post-up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
Lock at 6. That's a 2 from Parker. Nice jump shot. Good. Parker's got 14 points for the game.
Well, this is what you pay Jabari Parker to do. Find ways to get you points on the board.
Down low, here's Gibson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Kings leading now by 12. Holmes finds Bogdanovich. The shot, no good. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Garcia can't get it to go. And for Sacramento, they're shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. New York shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Ntilikina passes to Garcia. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Timeout called by the Kings. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Kings leading now by 10. Fox with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Fox is doubled. And stolen by Garcia. And now the Knicks on the break. Lobbed up there for Cobb. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Greg, you can see the talent that Hendricks Cobb possesses. He looks like a player who is bound for stardom.
Cobb has that it factor about him when he plays. Everything comes so easy for him. With his talent and drive, he'll be one of the big names in the NBA soon enough. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's foul number 2 for him. 15 seconds left in the third. Inside, here's Len. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, with the length and athleticism, the intimidation becoming a factor. Len, aggressive in the painted area, draws the foul.
Cobb with it. It's tipped. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Sacramento enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Giles is out there with Len, and it's Bielitsa in at the 3 spot. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Bogdanovich wide open. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 14. To the paint. Here's Harkless, and the layup falls.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside, Fox. It's stolen by Randall. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And that one drops for him.
Now that is patented Julius Randle. Put it on the deck and look to score.
Kings leading now by 10. Outside, Fox. Back to Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. And the Kings lead by 12.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. First free throw is good. And New York making a change here. Payton's checked in. Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And Bielitsa kicks to Fox. Here's Bagley. And then Bagley slams it in.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Here's Garcia. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Garcia against Bagley. Shoots. That one wide left.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.